Ooh, okay, I am actually here, guys. I am actually here. I'm just having some issues on TikTok, but I am here. I am here. We are going to watch the game. Let me just make sure that we are running everything the way we're meant to be running it, and then we'll go from there. I was expecting this game to be on YouTube, guys. I was expecting this game to be on YouTube, if I'm being 100% honest with you. But it seems that whatever deal that they've made with SABC and Supersport, they're going to be showing this game only on the SABC side, on sabcsports.com. So that is where we are. Welcome, 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 everybody, to the Overthinking Football Show. I just want to make sure that I am live here. Okay, there we go. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Hey, today we've got a special feature. My name is George Mokwena. This is the Overthinking Football Show, but this is a watch-along. So, like I said, if Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns, Banyana Bastile, UWC, if they're playing in the Champions League, as they are right now, as it started, I am going to be watching those games play. And we're going to Kankani, grow this thing. Tomorrow we're going to be watching Mamelodi Sundowns ladies playing their first game. But today we have UWC, the University of the Western Cape. CAF Champions League action, Women's CAF Champions League action. If you are wanting to watch the game, it is available on sabcsports.com. So these ladies are representing us. They happen to win the COSAFA qualifiers in order to make it through. They joined Mamelodi Sundowns. They will have two South African teams at that tournament. UWC, of course, came second in the Hollywood Bet Super League. They were second best team. They finished with, well, it's still on technically, but last time out, they had 27 games played, 21 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses, for a grand total of 66 points. Of course, the champions are Mamelodi Sundowns. They have ran away with it. I think they've got a goal difference of 100, if I'm not mistaken. That's how much dedication there's been, domination there's been. And then, of course, when you look at the starting lineup, we have Thandeko Ngcobo, we have Mhlakaza, we have Korki, we have Mamabulo, Ndlovu Zondi, Fikile Makama, who we know from Banyana Banyana, Manengela Motaung, also from Banyana Banyana, Holweni, Banyana Banyana, and Umhlongo. Ulana Themba, somebody that people have been asking to see in the starting lineup. So, has been starting to see in Banyana Banyana. Steph! How are you, Steph? So, yeah, no, I did say that we are going to be watching these games. We did watch a lot of the last few games of Banyana Bastile last year when they were playing in the knockouts. So, I'm so glad to see UWC. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Do I know everything about these teams, about UWC? Not really. This will be my first time watching them proper. But we all have to start somewhere in order to support these ladies teams of ours that are doing incredibly well. It's not a charity thing. Like, it's not a charity thing that we're doing this. We're actually watching really good teams. And I feel exactly the same about Banyana. So we have UWC versus TP Mazembe ladies team. So TP Mazembe taking part in this game. They are the perennial winners of their league. I think they've won it the past 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. So this will be a very, very good chance to see exactly where we sit. Oh, Coach Tina. So Coach Tina is somebody that everybody speaks about who watches Hollywood Bets and watches UWC. So let's see, guys. Let's see what the hype is about. Mamelodi Sundowns, of course, having won, I believe it's 2. They've got 2 out of the 4, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong. 2 out of the 4 Champions League trophies happen to reside at Mamelodi Sundowns. It's a wonder why they don't have 2 stars over their logo. I'd wear the ladies one. The ladies are my favorite team, women's team. So I'd wear the ladies one. But it has to have the 2 stars so I can differentiate. Leskare, I am a fan of Mamelodi Sundowns as a whole. Please, that's not true. This is so weird that this game, I went onto the CAF TV, the YouTube, and it's not available in SA, so you can't watch it from SA YouTube, which is interesting. Sipo, welcome. PK, how are you doing, PK? Hosane, we're going to be watching a double whammy. We're going to have both your teams, ladies and men's, are going to be playing. What a flex, man! What a flex by Mamelodi Sundowns. What a flex. Wait, oh, which channel? Wait, let me see. It'll be much easier. Okay, there we go. No, I see it. I see it. Hey, let me apologize. Okay, it's on channel 199. On channel 199 on Supersport, and then 193. No, it's on SABC Sport. Anyway, it was broadcast last year. Quite weird. I think it's part of the broadcast deals. That's much better. That's much better. Watching it on the phone is not fun. That's much better. We are 8 minutes in. It is 0-0. TP Mazembe has been the more attacking team. You know, you're going to find a bunch of stronger teams owing to their leagues maybe being a lot more mature than our one. But UWC should do well here. Mamelodi Sundowns, of course, has come out and competed with teams like Bo, FAR, Rabat, with Bo. What's her name again? No, it's like an Uwi at the end. I'm just forgetting her name, but it's fine. I'm watching PK. I mean, I'm watching UWC TP Mazembe. It's Champions League football, Kakwa. Champions League football. I told you guys that we're going to be watching, I'm going to be watching UWC and Mamelodi Sundowns ladies when they get in there. Karate Banyana style, you know. So tomorrow is going to be, like I said, a very, very big flex by Sundowns. Both their teams playing. So yeah, corner to TP Mazembe. Let's see. Yeah, Steph, I think it's just the broadcast deal. I think they took it off of YouTube for everybody else so that Supersport and them could have a reason. Because as far as I understood it, Supersport has now basically bought into the rights. The rights had existed only for SABC. So SABC had the rights to all CAF football tournaments, right? But, you know, obviously they were showing it on SABC Plus and on the Facebook page and, you know, on sabcsports.com. So I guess Supersport has now stepped in and gotten all those rights too. So SABC has some competition here from Supersport, who are also going to be broadcasting and can do things like show it on one of the event channels. 199 is an event channel, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's see. We're doing so much for the country. Hey, PK, they're doing so much for us. Guys, for me, I always say that we should be supporting the ladies when they go over. We should be supporting them. Hollywood Bets League is just a little bit tough because a lot of the time it's played at the same time or at awkward times for me. As my watch-alongs happen at a certain time, I can't go past a certain time of watch-alongs. But whenever we can, we will support them as we did last year. Remember Ramalipe's through ball last year? I know you guys said Tolagale is injured this year. I'm so mad. UWC is respecting TP Mazembe. Ay, not this much. Okay, relax. I think the person that I want to see is Ulona. Lona Temba Mhlongo is somebody that I hear a lot of when we're watching Banyana games. I hear a lot of that she should be making into the team. Why she's not in. You know, Abo Amkhelang Umtau, number 19. We've seen it Banyana, but it's almost like she plays a restricted role there, where it's a lot of cover. It's covering the defense, it's dropping back. So I want to see in this UWC lineup how she's going to set up and play. I don't know. I'm looking forward to this. What are you thinking? Tagnaoud, yes, Tagnaoud. At least man 199 yana man. Banyana was styling collecting their third star, says Usipo. Final UWC and Sundowns ladies. Oh, that would be incredible. That would be incredible. Sundowns UWC final. But that Sundowns team is nothing to play with in the Hollywood Bets. Like I said, they won the league with a goal difference of plus 100. Oh, okay. Currently, they're plus 100. I know, I think UWC still has some games. I don't know if they're even going to play those games because sometimes Hollywood bets. That time I struggled at school level. We're fighting for our lives here. Hey, Kalifan, can you had Yusa with the ladies team? How's that going? Look out for Donnelly from UWC. She's tall and catches teams on the break. No, I'm gonna watch these people. Steph, you know, we complain so much about Banyana Banyana, and we complain so much about how Coach Des is leaning so much on the golden generation. But honestly, we don't consume enough of this to say who can come in. So I think this is my first foray into UWC football. So the only other team that I follow was the Amatax. And that was when I used to be able to go and watch them live when I didn't do watch-alongs and things like that. So at least we're here. Let's see how they play, you know. I'm a little bit worried right now because it seems like they're scared. And look, it makes sense. It's the first time they're in this tournament. The tournament itself, I believe, is 4 or 5 years old. The Champions League. I think it's an incredible format to fly everybody that side. And just put them into one place and play the tournament out for a couple of weeks. I think that is incredible. Ay, man. Why are they so scared? I saw Sinje. Thanks to Morocco for the proper pitch. Hashem, I get it in Morocco this year. Last time out, it was in the Ivory Coast. It was sort of like the build-up. It was sort of like the build-up before the AFCON was played. Wonderful pitches, eh? I see the wonderful pitch. They've got VAR. I little VAR, Lunako leaking alone. Calling Black Label games that are happening right now. Is there VAR? No. Women's Champions League, there is VAR. Thank you, CAF. That time we don't even have a starting 11. Jesus, take the wheel. Out. I was strong, Telefan. I like how Holweni makes the football easy in the middle of the park. Mara, I'm still expecting a lot more in terms of play. Honestly speaking, I'm expecting a lot more. But I guess you just have to hold out for the first 15 minutes and then go from there. I like how Holweni makes football easy. Sundowns 2021, ASFAR 2022. It's the fourth one. Yeah. Steph, can you please petition Sundowns to get 2 stars on the ladies kit or to make a ladies kit so that some of us can buy it? Put aside some money and go buy it, please. Can you please petition them? I can't wear Sundowns jersey. That's just the Sundowns jersey, and people think that they must make a kit specifically for Sundowns ladies. I've been trying so hard. During the CAF COSAFA qualifiers, they played on the old artificial pitch. It was bad. COSAFA doesn't care. COSAFA. COSAFA doesn't care about any football. Those ones, this is the big mother body. They had to make sure. So yeah, as Steph was saying there, Banyana Bastille have won it 2 out of 3 times. This is the 4th edition, losing out in the final in the last one versus Rabat. So yeah, these are continental. Sundowns are continental champions, and it's so interesting that continental champions can come from a semi-professional league, and also a lot of that team that plays for Ibanyana Banyana and won the WAFCON. Half of that team, if I'm not mistaken, are currently Mamelodi Sundowns players, as in Bo Biana, Bo Ramalepe, Bo Kamete. Those are all Mamelodi Sundowns players, including Udlamini, who is not a starter, but is also there. So maybe this can make our other teams want to do a lot better. The fact that Mamelodi Sundowns has Champions Leagues. Men's got a Champions League, the women's got 2. Chiefs, there's no Champions Leagues. No women's team to talk of. Okay, let's see. Kusala Sundowns, Oloti, Gangane. No, me, Sinje. Aha. Kaizer Chiefs doesn't have a women's team. Me. Banyana Bastyle all the way. Banyana Bastyle all the way. Oh. Gangane. Vilakazi. Where must I go if I'm not veiling? What women's team? What women's team does Chiefs have that I can go to? Please. Those late runs of Zamalek will be dangerous for UWC. Or for Mazembe. I think I'm just a little bit still. I'm disappointed, man. So far, we've showed them so much respect. UWC has shown them so much respect. Is it that hard for Safa to turn the league into a pro league? They're gonna say money. They're gonna say money. Makes you wonder how much Hollywood Bets is putting in actually, because there's teams that are struggling. There are teams that are struggling that side. JVW is facing closure. JVW is the team owned and run by Janine van Wyk, former captain of Banyana Banyana. So they're facing troubles. There was an offer by, go to the ball. No, where was I? I'm scared, man. TP Mazembe. And we're not staying in a 4. We're committing another player. I don't know why. I'm going to say we because it's a South African team. TP Mazembe is South African. They side Mhlakwana number 12. Oh, okay, Steph. I tried to get the starting lineup, but it was a bit late. And they didn't post it by the time I had to make the starting lineup. So at least UWC had posted their one. But let me just pull it up. Just to be fair to TP Mazembe here. Yeah, you see, even on Google, they've literally got 3 names. It's Mhlakwana, Kanjinga, Nagunji, Kasaj, Vululu, and Edet. That's only it. You can see they missed Kasane there. One of the twins plays overseas, right? And the other one plays for JVW, right? If I'm not mistaken, but came from UWC. If I'm getting my stories correct. 20 minutes in, it is 0-0. TP Mazembe have been the more attacking team. It looks like they're looking to power run through EUWC. So they're looking for every time a player is pulled out, they try and get in a ball behind. It hasn't worked thus far, but they are the team that is pushing. So I'm gonna lean on Steph, guys. Steph is the women's football aficionado. If you want to know more about women's football, more about women's football, Steph is right there. Steph, I can't highlight here, but it's fine. Surprise Makama is playing. She was injured last weekend, had a whole brace on. Steph, let's not get into Hollywood bets, man. Let's not get into Hollywood bets like that. You know that these things happen. That's not even a bad one. At least she had a cast on. I know when matches don't happen sometimes. Is that Motaung trying to get into those attacking areas there? Oh, there was a nice run there. TP are a better side. I don't know if they're that much better than UWC, but I think it's that thing where UWC needs to get some confidence in this game. They're starting to push up. Look at the number of players that they are committing forward now, finally, after sitting back for most of that game. But I did think that for the first 15-20 minutes, maybe they would want to sit back and just see what they can do. What I am noticing is that left back at TP Mazembe is gone quite a bit. And there's a space that can be exploited on the counter. UWC is looking for these long passes, which, oh, look at that. They're just physical. They're just more physical. And that's interesting. Oh, goal. Oh, goal. Lead. TP Mazembe takes the lead. Oh, Nkosiami. Drag them wide, then play across. Eish. Offside. Okay, they called it for offside, I think. Oh yeah, Onkasana, she's not on the bench either. Steph said we should look out for Donnelly, probably in the second half, to try stretch that TP Mazembe team. So let's see how the game plays out. 23 minutes in, I think they're checking on VAR. Eh? They're checking VAR. Can you say that, calling Black Label, guys? No, I'm kidding. Okay, but they're checking VAR. It does seem like it's going to be called for offside. But yeah, I think it's scary that we have similar weaknesses. Yeah, you see that two at the back. They're not talking. That's close though. It's very close. Steph, do they normally play with three at the back? Or is it something that UWC does a lot, that they have basically leave the three and send one of the right or left back up? Is that something that they normally do? Because I don't think it's going to work out for this game. I feel like they need to publish these starting lineups proper. Let me just check if the TP Mazembe Twitter has not posted it. Yo, I was even late looking for this thing because I couldn't find the game, but 199 it is. Tomorrow we're going to be simulcasting. We're going to be watching Sundowns and Sundowns. Sundowns, Black Label, Sundowns here. Okay, there we go. Let me look for the starting lineup here. TP Mazembe have Mudimbi. They have Nzumba, or Mudimbi in goal. Nzumba, Kubeina. They have Oyana, Marta. Not that Marta. They have Nanguji, Mhlakwana, as Steph said, Khalebane, Mhlakwana, Onze, Edet, Yav, and Ngambe. So there's the starting lineup there for TP Mazembe. I just want to check something. Okay, here comes TP Mazembe again, going wide. Our right back is going to be our weakness for this game. I'm not sure who that is, but right back we're struggling. TP Mazembe trying to overload that side. Yeah, it's pretty normal. They're quite flexible in their structure. Learn from Notkolo, who plays everywhere. Steph, Notkolo needs to calm down. She needs to calm down. She needs to calm down. Her and her sister, they need to calm down. Can't be Hollywood Betsing. See, that right-hand side of the UWC defense is way too open. Way too open. And you can tell that the tactic is just straight up that wing and cross in. And I was saying that one of the big things that I'm worried about with our women's football has to be this thing of height always playing into whatever we're doing there. But sometimes it's also positioning that is sort of the issue. In this case, TP Mazembe number 8. No, I'm not gonna read that one. Okay, Mara, why the rush, guys? Why the rush? I see Coach Tina's telling that on the left-hand side, she's pointing to that defense on the far side. Very risky press. Why do they have two defensive players? Counter, let's go, pass it. Look at how quickly they got back. Look at how quickly they got back, but Ndov almost made it through there. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Why are you trying these Hollywood passes? Relaxani. Can we see 5 passes, please, UWC? Just at least for your nerves, man. Look at that. Look at how easy we're losing that ball. Relax. Take it back. Take it back. You don't have to go forward with it. Thank you. Cycle it. Cycle it. No, don't go long. Cycle it. Oh my gosh. Kante, what are we so afraid of? UWC. Also, UWC don't have Gamete. She moved to Denmark. I'm so happy for her. FC Norteland. Norteland, ne? Norteland, ne? 28 minutes in, another corner. You know what was really dope about the Champions League games that we watched last year? The fans, the Ivory Coast guy, the Ivory Coast fans actually came out in the knockouts. Like in the knockouts, I remember the final, they were behind Sundowns ladies all the way, which was it was really cool to see. I think it was the same, they held it in the same stadium that the final of the AFCON was held in. People says UWC don't want to play football. Yeah, they're trying to survive. They're just trying to survive. And I don't know if that's something you can just play a game to survive like that. Okay, there we go. What are these long balls? Wesh says they're on survival mode. OG, the wager is concerning and will disadvantage us in the future. Yeah, you could say so. You could say so. I'm more encouraged by the games that we've played with international opposition. If you think about I know Banyana Bastyle had that tour to America that didn't go so well. But if you look at Abo Banyana and the way we sort of held our own there, that is something. Wesh, Mara, I don't feel like there's that much danger with this TP Mazembe team. They're just looking for that ball out wide to the left and crossing it in. They have been the more aggressive players, I'd say that, Mara. It's all because UWC is sitting back. So, Minangaz, Kolani says, let's just hope it's nerves. Yeah, I hope it's just nerves too. I really do hope it's just nerves. Is that stabile? There isn't issues like how? Where? I think what's irritating me is they're so quick to look for the long ball. And the problem is that long balls are physical balls. It's balls where you have to go and fight. And I don't know if you want to go and fight for a hanging ball, right? You might want to get a ball that's being played through. That's one thing. But then hanging a ball and having, who's that on the right-hand side? Having that player have to go fight the player in the blonde. There we go. Thank you. Top post. Thank you. Like I said, left back, if you can play balls into that area, you can get a runner free. But comes down the other way. It comes down the other way. Here comes TP Mazembe. You're not just going to run all the way through like that. Corner, TP Mazembe. Because we're capable of playing. Yeah, you have to play. Numerator, dominator. No. The teams that I watch, Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns, Sundowns ladies, UWC, because they're playing Champions League matches. So currently, I'm watching the Champions League match, UWC versus idiski Mazembe. It's the first time, I think we're the first country to have, well, it's only been 4, but we have 2 representatives in this tournament. So I would much rather, I'm sorry, support the teams that are representing us abroad. We're going to do the same thing with Chiefs and Pirates when they get into the Champions League, because this is also a very important tournament for us. 2 out of 3 have been won by a South African team. 2 out of 3. And these teams are the best teams in the Hollywood bets, but also feed into Banyana Banyana. If you think about Abu Makama, in this game, Abu Mutau, in this game, Abu Holweni, in this game, even though Holweni is usually on the bench for Coach Desiree, we need to watch these games. So that's why I'm not watching Richards Bay today, Richards Bay Makesi right now. Like, you know a team is struggling. Mara, who's this Undlovu? You can't always try to turn the same way. Can you play the ball back? Look at that. Look. Physical. Don't make it physical. Put the ball down, Mara. What are these high balls? Costina. Oh, wait. Selfish. Very selfish. That was very selfish by the TP Mazembe players. No stress, numerator, denominator, no stress. Steph, remember when you used to wake up at 3 a.m. watching Banyana? And can I also let you guys in on a secret? Or something you may not know. On this channel, in terms of lives, right? The most views I've ever gotten on a live came from a Banyana game. I had 4,000 people who came in and watched a Banyana game in the World Cup. I believe it was against Sweden. I can't remember properly, but it was one of the World Cup games. Oh, you can't both go. Like, Steph, I understand that they're fluid, né? I understand that they're fluid in the way that they play. But you can't be reckless fluid. And I feel like there's some players there who are defending, they're playing like a hero type of football, where they're trying to cover even in spaces where they don't need to be there. Like, in that, there was a chance there. Well, TP couldn't take advantage, but also there was a press we did on the right-hand side of TP Mazembe's team, where we committed 3 players, but there were no actual spaces closed down. So TP Mazembe essentially eliminated 2 players with 1 pass. We need to watch out for those things. I don't think this TP Mazembe is special, to be honest with you. They're just a lot more physical in the 50-50s. They win the ball a lot more, and they're willing to go forward. But if you look at their pass accuracy, if you look at the way that they're attacking, they don't have they haven't made a system of it, if that makes sense. Tibang. I hate Tibang defense. Oh, if there's one thing that gets to me, Tibang defense. It is. I don't have King a makeup artist, but I do have to comb nyana or try to do something when I come here. Hey, keeper. Number 10. Let me find the name. Nanguji wants to score this game. Nanguji wants to score this game. If she leaves without a goal, that's going to be very interesting. But when you look at the positions that she's taken up. So T, have you ever inquired why both Chiefs and Paris don't invest in ladies football? I'm not sure. They always say it's a monetary issue, but I mean, if TS Galaxy can afford to have a team in the Hollywood Bets League, no disrespect to TS Galaxy, I think Royal AM, I'm not sure what's going on with their team because they're struggling all over the place, but they had a team or still have a team. So I don't think it's about money. I do know that they do partnerships. So for example, Pirates has a working partnership with UJ. And the reason why Pirates has a working partnership with UJ is because part of CAF rules is that if you're going to play in CAF competitions for, if you're going to represent South Africa in a CAF competition, you have to have a women's team. So what our clubs have done is they do partnership deals. So UJ's partnered with Orlando Pirates, so that on paper they can say that we have a women's division. I know PUT and Supersport are in a partnership, and I think if I'm not, I stand to be corrected, but JVW Chiefs tried to buy JVW, Jordaan van Beek's team, but they put up a very bad offer, as well as the type of controls that they wanted to have over that team. So Utanin declined. So I think they're all trying to find shortcuts to making the women's league a lot more competitive. They're going to find shortcuts. They're going to find loopholes to try to get themselves out of actually supporting these ladies. If you look at Mamelodi Sundowns, I believe it's one of the few clubs where you've got a full-time thing. You've got a full-time paying job. Like it's a good salary. It's a good amount of money. So we don't have that type of thing. But I guess they're starting. You have to start somewhere. I mean, even this tournament, the minimum is 150 million euros. Like if you finish fourth, if you finish fourth, it was 150, if I'm not mistaken. Velo, send me a DM. Send me a DM. Tell me what you need there in the DM. But if you really do want my number like that, memberships. So on YouTube, click on subscribe, click on join, and you gain access to the WhatsApp group. Everybody in the WhatsApp group has my number. So yeah, but send me a DM. Tutu, how are you? 150 USD, 150k USD. Sometimes think the two mafias are too greedy. Allegedly. Thank you for adding allegedly numerated denominator. I just think they just do. Oh, yes. Almost. Oh. Gobu. Almost getting something there. So why are they so allergic to back passes? Oh, wait. Oh, Tibang Tibang. Tibang Tibang. Can you stay in structure, guys? Kimango. Kimtongo. At number 10 is a proper player, bro. Number 10 from TPM. TP Mazembe, yeah. Blessing says hello. What's playing today? It's TP Mazembe versus UWC, the University of Western Cape, CAF Champions League. Free kick to you, TP Mazembe. Yeah, join the group, Velo. Join the group. Join the group. Anybody wants to join the group? Just to my YouTube, Overthinking Football Show. Hey, save. Corner again, TP Mazembe after an incredible save from goalkeeper Ungobo. What a poor. Oh, that was a poor corner. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, wow, oh, wow, oh, wow, oh, wow.
It's like dancing.
Yeah.
La penis kalena. Wa bafana man. Wa.
Why does women's football not attract viewers and sponsors though? Well, you're paying for the product, right? Like the whole point of sponsorship is a return on investment, whether that means people, let's say I'm a technical sponsor, whether people are buying the jerseys. One of the loopholes of having a university team is that a lot of them are funded, not well, but they are funded enough to be able to run that team, but they also can give away things like bursaries as sort of a payment. So that is the cheat sheet of having a university team. But yeah, normally, the WhatsApp group, blessing. There's a WhatsApp group, Overthinking Football WhatsApp group, offside. Shot.
Wa bafana man. Wa.
Give me a second. Why is she even using her weaker foot to take that shot? Hey, wash minangazi, man. But I am. I'm not gonna lie. I'm disappointed. 2 minutes to add on at halftime. Remember how it works. Please feel free to jump in. Let's have a conversation about what we saw in this first half. It is UWC versus TP Mazembe in UWC's first foray into African football. That right back. Kimang right back wa rona kwa. Waste time when waste time. I couldn't find my bottle. That's where they want to hit us. I swear that's where the danger is going to come from. That is where the danger is going to come from. This feels like a training match for Mazembe, hey? This feels like a training match for Mazembe. Oh, what are we talking about? We're talking about sponsorship and money. I think we have to think of it from the point of view of it being an advert. So what are the things you're doing in order to make sure that there's buzz and excitement and all of those things for the teams? So for example, I used to, very long time ago, I used to work at Amatax, volunteer, but I used to work at Amatax in the marketing team. And part of the problems that we used to complain about there was that you can't get people to come and watch a game or to come and take part in something when no, Blessing, you have to join. So there's a button that says join. Click on join. Then in the members area, that's where the thing is. Guys, request. Let's have a conversation about this first half. Okay, let's see who's here. Tuli, how are you?
Hey, Mr. Oti.
Keeper.
Hayi yabona umuntu walusa inkomo. Yabona lawo eTP Mazembe balusa laba.
Hey, yasi lapho. Angizingezi lezo.
Hayi no. But I think ilokhunjani game is more on the UWC say half. Idlalwa kakhulu on that side. So for now defense yabo has been superb, but I think eventually they will break down. They will be able to break down that front three. Mazembe is very dangerous and bunny speed.
But where's the problem coming from, Tuli? You know what this game reminds me of? It reminds me of I think it was first half of Banyana England. A lot of the game versus Denmark, where we know the ladies can play. Mara ingathi mawatholi bola bathukile or something abakwazi ukudlala ukuthi bashaye 5 passes is very hard. Yini ukuthuka or the stage.
Yeah, it could be because if I'm not mistaken, it's their first time on this competition. I think maybe it's stage fright. I'll say that because we Champions League. But it's all gonna depend on you have time team talk from coach. Probably, hopefully, bazokwazi ukuthi bayishintshe game. But I'm assuming it's stage fright because this is a more competitive competition I participate with. So yeah, hopefully second half bazo improve. Kodwa nje kwamanje TP Mazembe is very dangerous.
Mara, they're not doing much. Tell me about TP Mazembe. Where are they gonna hurt this UWC team?
Bazoshaya ngale emasayidini yabo there's this number 10 nalo number 8 oqhamuka kule other side. Those are the people abazokwazi ukusilimaza yabo bazongena ngale ngakumagama omunye angene ngale because I think they had ama chances as much as bengawashayanga mhlambe to goalkeeper because as far as I'm concerned goalkeeper only had one save and bekuyi free kick. So khona nje ama chances obona ukuthi it was decision making from their side ukuthi kube bayikhahlele early could be a goal or so. But
so then Mara, okay, this then let me ask you this.
Sure.
TP Mazembe scored a goal but that was offside. Scored a goal that was offside. How do we fix le ndaba yokuba court or le ndaba yokuthi eboxini man ngathi asikho?
Boxing which box le yabo noma le yethu?
Ngisho le yethu maba crosser ubonile ukuthi labantu man they just babashanga umzimba or balihede. So it seems like a similar situation as Banyana for example. We do kanjani leyo?
You just stop ama cross. That's how, because we are not blessed with the heights in South Africa. So you just have to ending njengoba ngishilo kusaqala ngeke ngisasho kodwa. These guys they are more physical yabo. So they can bully us, but if unga stop ama cross, then I think that's the only way unga avoid the situation.
Okay.
Yeah, my full back needs to work harder. Yeah.
Let me bring you Wesh. Wesh, welcome to the show. How are you?
Yeah, Oti, kamba kahle.
Hayi man, ngimnandi mara Wesh, hayi man. Uthini ngale game wesh?
I think instruction mhlambe ku coach Tina ithi asambeni sizama ukora noma liyi1 nje bese sobona emva kwalokho because ngendlela abadlala ngayo ngathi abafuni to manage igame bese bakhula negame bafuna ukora ukushaya ibhola phambili khona bezokora bese siyabona ke emva kwalokho ukuthi kuzokwenzakalani but there is no game management, there is no akunaplan edlula ukukhahlela ibhola phambili.
But where does that come from? Because from what I hear of Coach Tina, akusibhola lakhe lelo.
Comes from fear. Phela khumbula ukuthi the people who can make the team play are not the, for the entire time when I'm pillars of the team, when Nofesane was there, where you had Ukamete, who was the core of the team, like everything. Eyenzeka kuleya team ibi if ufuna yodlala defense uzohamba ukudlala defense. If you want her to play me, she could do that without perfectly so uyasaba akazi uzonze njani.
I think buze wena ke we second half, what must UWC do different?
They should try and keep the ball more so that these people the way things are, noma belishaya ibhola le gang yeza kubona and uyabona ukuthi sinjani lapha emuva abomhlongo bayawa ama-foul azoqhamuka i-penalty izoqhamuka lapha and these girls are physical, bruh. They are big, they are tall. We still let them cross. So and uMagama uyabonakala kuleya left back ukuthi akusiyona iposition yakhe akakwazi akuvuma and from ukuma komzimba during mayemaka or izinto ezikanjalo hayi akuhambi kahle.
Manje
the survival mode.
But even in survival mode yakhona, it's 2 defenders or 3 defenders on a counter attack, for example. It's letting them get down the right hand side of the defense all the time. Tanti marawa, is that survival mode, or are we just running around now?
We are just running around hoping the next 45 minutes is Opela Guganje, then we celebrate the draw.
Second half, what did you change in terms of players? Ngoba when you have Azlaban.
Bro, angazi nokuthi khona bani ngaphandle. I feel like lokho kungaphakathi usesebenzise yonke into anayo to coach at this moment, honestly. This is everything she has. Phela khumbula futhi ukuthi coach Tina doesn't have the luxury of having players outside like other teams do. Or let me not say other teams, like Mamelodi Sundowns.
Another team.
Yeah. Let me say just like Mamelodi Sundowns may have Leo luxury and afethu uphila ngalokho anakho and yengamanje uzozama ukuthola draw because everything that's on field right now is what she has, honestly. It's just unfortunate that I'm really happy for Ukamete that she got that opportunity. She deserves it to move to Europe and ahamba nayayos represent lapha. But bruh, right before we Champions League, it's sad for the team. Honestly. Because what is this?
Let me bring it into Tuli. Scoreline. What do you think the scoreline is going to be at the end of this game?
I'm so optimistic, Mr. Oti. Obviously, so you know 1-0.
But when you start by saying so about optimistic, saying I'll good die. I'm not optimistic, I know.
Okay, it's a win. These guys, I'm very bad in bedlale, man. Abadlali abocoachmele abatshele just enjoy the occasion indlale nibe free.
Yeah, nothing to lose.
There's no pressure. There's no pressure. Abantu ngaba ne pressure like it's Sundowns, abantu who are defending champions, abantu abajwayelekile la. Bona bengaba ne pressure. Bona there's no pressure. Them being there, it's an achievement on its own. So abadlali nje ibhola labo abajwayele and then they might get a result. Because you can see there is a glimpse of equality when they try to go forward. Because they are comfortable ebholeni. Even the match itself, Mr. Uti, I think quality yebhola lakhona grand. Like yeah, it's the quality of football from this game. Top kakhulu. I'm so impressed by that as well. It shows which level of women's football in Africa is cool. So I'm so impressed. But siyawina la.
Okay, hayi khuluma nhliziyo sinimamele. Let me go to West. What's the scoreline going to be at the end of this?
Lana mfethu sizoluza la. Lizongena igoli and makungena lokuqala mhlawumbe lesibili lizongena. Especially ma ukube we're not going to come with some changes. So I'm seeing a 2-0 loss because I haven't seen enough of us going forward. Even nayi offside laphayana kaNdlovu kade khona wenze cross oholweni wazenzela ukuthanda kwakhe. That shot was a very poor shot, and especially more team engazitholi kuma chances anjeyana a lot. You have to show for when an opportunity like that comes. But man, I think we're gonna lose 2-0.
Is Coach Tina a park the bus type coach at some point? Do you think that she does that?
I think njengamanje uthe let's be behind the ball, let's get the numbers behind the ball as much as we possibly can, and the downside for that with this team is that we don't have somebody esingaphuma ngaye when we wanna phuma, so it's pointless. The entire tactic is pointless because if you don't have umuntu ozophuma ngaye, uNdlovu is slow. So it's difficult. So I think she wants those numbers behind the ball, and they are trying to do that. But about 7 behind the ball, but there's nothing to show for because still, the people are still coming. So I don't know.
I think I'm a little bit disappointed, and I'm disappointed more from the fact that it looks like this is more to do with confidence or the setup than it is to do with the actual game. And I understand that sometimes you may be a little bit too safe coming to games and think that, no, you know what, we're playing versus TP Mazembe, first time in the Champions League, let's not do anything crazy, let's sit back. But as I always say, even when you watch other games, sitting back is well and good. You might think that it's fine, you're protected. But most of the time, when you start playing with a lot of people at the back, funny enough, that's when you see your spaces.
Yes.
That's where you see the problems. But then my other problem is, okay, defendane, it's fine. Oh, I get it, all of that stuff. Maracela nibe discipline. I'm not sure who's in the middle. I saw one of the players run out, S18. Then there were 3 players trying to mark the one player was a TP Mazembe. A ball was played through. Chigi, now it's 2 at the back. The hour is 3 versus 2. Or people just man bayazilahlela.
Wafaka ama numbers amaningi, there is no akuna responsibility. Kan masingazi ukuthi yimi nawe la. This is your role, this is my role. Uma ngisuka la ngiyosupporta lapho wena usele, and I've communicated ukuthi kuse ngiyaphuma sala kanjalo sengibulile ungavaya. So masenibaningi vele the confusion is going to be there. But I would like to believe ukuthi uCoach Tina has usebonile, and she will make those changes or adjustments with the team because nalokho mhlambe was an issue that she wanted to see ukuthi labantu bazoza nani or bazoza kanjani and can move from that, because if we can just keep it ezinyaweni a bit, no long balls, just tiki taka, try to move ingasebenza kancane, but iyenzeka futhi naleyo nto ukuthi if you are not confident enough with your defense, sometimes you're even scared to, because udlala ujaha ukudefend, uyadlala but uyazi ukuthi noma inini kuzomela nizodefenda, so you are really scared. I think they are so scared and they don't have confidence in their team, and that's a downside of having a team that has much more stronger individuals, because if you have individuals and not a team, by the time those individuals are not there, you almost do not have a team.
Look, I'm even looking for structure when we play the ball up. So if in Zokupuga, maybe you go up Ngondlovu, let's say Undlovu, and I'm not sure who's playing on the other side, but Undlovu can go up, let's say Undlovu and Holweni. Let's say you're playing a lot with Undlovu and Holweni. At least tell them to be close to each other, so that at the very least, Matoli Paula, Talupasu, because what I'm also seeing, immediately, there's someone there or there's nobody there, or this thing I'm a Hollywood pass. I think Konimbobo in the TP Mazembe team, the left hand side, the one Otainuel, she leaves. She leaves a lot. And I'm not sure if is it Tiffany or is it Umtau. Somebody needs to take that space and run into that space and show, man, that's where our chance came from. But if UWC now is going to trap the ball, at least just to calm the ball down, let's play some passes, then you're going to be hurt because you're on the back foot every single time.
Let's just hope that Sizobuya, you know, with some positives. But that is not an excuse, bro, because you have a team like Japan.
Yeah.
You have a team like Japan, which is magnificent tactically, even though they are just tiny bodies. And I think we've seen it also with the Korea, in North Korea or whatever. Korea, they win under 20 World Cup and under 17 World Cup just now. They are tiny, but tactically, bruh, they are everything you could ever ask for. I think it's the same thing with Morocco too. Morocco, they're not big, but they also tactically, they are there. I think, I don't know, bruh. It's
do you think
stress.
Do you think in general, I just want to speak in general with the South African game, men's, women's, everyone, do you think that we take enough time to create those things for our players? Because it sometimes sounds as though it's Kaleli height, and then we don't do enough to at least come up with a plan again, you know, or create a style of play, you know?
I don't think it's nalo a plan. I don't think it's nalo a plan because kumbulu ukuthi kwi game yethu at this moment is ningizindo. And we still have a development issue in general. And I will not even talk about men's side, but women's side, definitely we do have a development issue that is a corner. But saying Shoguma tactics a game, like I was saying, Banyana. The teams are tall. Are we doing anything to make sure there are no crosses and a boxing? Are we doing enough with our goalkeeping department to boss the box? You know, as we boxing in the Pomela Yonkindo and I catch everything, we don't do anything. So I don't think that is planner enough to overcome.
I wanna let in Untuli na Dala Tulile. Let me ask him now. Do we do enough in SA to make sure that we're planning for our style of play? Ngoba ingati we just say, hey, they're short and we call it a day. We're not bringing up our tactics to try and make, and this is for across the board.
Yeah, I think we have to play according to our own strength. If you can take an example, let's take Japan, like even women or male football. In Japan, they are not blessed with the heights. Some Japanese, in fact, most of them are Asian countries. But what they do, they play according to their strength. They have speed. They have speed, so they use their speed. They don't put them crosses. Whenever they implement game tactics, so they played according to their strength. So sometimes it's those other guys. I'll make an example. Remember when we played was it Mali when we lost AFCON? If first half, remember, besidlala ibhola lethu, this fast quick football, and then second half we wanted to be physical, and then we played on their hands. When it's physical, we will fail because it's their strength. We were playing according to their strength. So Tina, we have to play ibhola according to what we have. So we are not blessed with the height and strength, so we just play quick football.
But Ntuli, that's what's stressing me. What's stressing me, besides structure and the things we've spoken about, even Masiluini Paula, this apezur. And in your mind you're going, Mara, who's going to just why fine clear or whatever. Why play the ball like that? Why are we going high? That's the thing I'm not understanding. We all know Coach Tina is not a bad coach. Very good coach. We know these players are not bad players. But, man.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
No, asibuke game, Mr. Uti. I mean, sabuku chipezeza patati man of the match guitar.
I don't know.
I'm now 300,000 now.
Patate, I won 300,000. Patate na coins la pay Orlando. No, thank you. Sure. Okay, guys, it is 0-0. TP Mazembe versus UWC, 49 minutes in. Okay, so my read of the first half, we had a conversation a little bit there with Uwesh Ntuli, but my read of the first half is, we're very trigger happy. And what I mean by trigger happy is the minute that UWC wins back the ball, they want to kick it up. They're not looking for a pass. If even the clearance that we just saw right now, 50th minute, they're not looking for a pass. And I think that's getting to me because we're playing against a physical TP Mazembe team. So if we know that our players are technically, so our defenders, our midfielders, most of the time, Tibang. We know that our midfielders and defenders are usually much more gifted technically with Ipola. We're comfortable on the ball. So now you don't play the comfortable on the ball, that cross. We can't be watching the same cross, UWC. We cannot be watching the same thing. Number 8 killing you all the time. But anyway, how come Asiltungi, we're not playing the ball, we're not doing those type of things? Remy Feller defend. And when you defend, like I always say, defense brings opportunities for the other team. You'll think that having all the players behind the ball is going to help you. Look at the spaces that ETP Mazembe is finding. The other part that's irritating me about EUWC right now is that the structure is also off. Right? You need some structure. If you look at the Burnley teams from England, when Burnley was still coached by, was it Sean Dyche, and they used to be defensive powerhouses, it's because that thing was drilled into them. 2 backs of 4, shifter, we compact, we close down those areas, we make sure that we close off zones. But if you're parking the bus, is the parking the bus of everybody must react. That's where the spaces come from. Look, that's where the spaces come from. So what I'm looking for from UWC in the second half is stop playing these long balls. The ladies that are playing the balls don't have the range to try find those passes, number 1. And then number 2, you're going to go fight a big defender there instead of at least giving one pass, one intermediate pass, a pass that can be played before you played up to Undlovu. Undlovu has to look for these long balls. And the spaces between the attack and the midfield and the defense. We don't have a midfield right now, UWC. We don't have. And they're just running around. Everybody's just running around, leaving their post. Look. Tell me how you have... Oh, Kosiami, there's the goal. Oh, there's the goal. Guys, Aymar. The toughest part, honestly speaking, is when you watch these games and you watch, let's say, Banyana Banyan, And I'm going to use the example of Banyana because they have the same thing. TP Mazembe have gone back and they've realized that, play it wide and cross it in. They're not good aerially, which is the same weakness that we have when you look at a Banyana team, where a lot of those European teams, when they play versus us, what they do is at some point, they realize that you can't necessarily play through Ibanyana. You have to play long balls. This is what ETP Mazembe is doing right now. And they're exploiting the same areas. The same areas. Yo, if you had played the Mhlongo. Kimangol. Simhlongo. Kim Mhlakaza. Guys, what's happening? What are we trusting in this game that we want to go 1v1 with this Mazembe team? I don't understand. Masi says even our upcoming players in women's side in the women's side are all short. Makesi is through to the final of the Calling Black Label Cup. We'll see if Sundowns can join them tomorrow. But let's see if they can do something there. They get the ball just to pass it back to Mazembe. Yeah, Masi, that's what's irritating me. That's the irritant. Oh, number 10 and number 8. Number 10 and number 8. Oh, gosh. Number 10 and number 8. Same story. Same story. Number 10 is Nanguji. And then number 8 is Marta. Playing like prime Marta. Well, Brazilian Marta, not really, but we're making them look like stars. Look at that. At least be... guys. Okay, let's see. The keeper's working overtime. 100% working overtime. The defense is also working harder than they should be working. Let's be honest. They're working way harder than they should be working. It is 0-0. TP Mazembe ladies versus UWC ladies. It is the second half, still 0-0. We haven't seen them come to the light, man. Look. High ball. First ball one. Let's see. Okay, Dovu does well. There we go. Plate back. Yeah. Relax. Plate back. Yeah, thank you. Let's do pass 3, 4, and 5, please. Ow. Offside, though. Offside. See how simple that is. Do you see how simple that was? Just relaxing and taking 1 or 2 more passes and exploiting where? Who did I say is the weak link? Now, she's got the highlighted hair. Simple, guys. Unfortunately, Tiffany, Korchi couldn't take advantage of it. But guys, it's simple, this thing. They can play, guys. They can play. The keeper is relaxed that time. So which are playing here? So it's UWC, the University of Western Cape. Number 2, Hollywood Bet Super League. Widely considered the second best team in that league after Mamelodi Sundowns, of course, number 1. So UWC is number 2. And then, of course, TP Mazembe ladies team. They, I believe, have won the last 2 or 3 of their league. So this is the Champions League. It's a Champions League game. We'll see Sundowns tomorrow. So we'll see where we go from there. Masi says after this game, we have the Senegalese team, and they're also tall. Masi says the lady in the tie, it's the weak link. I'm telling you. Kiana weak link, kid. She did well by highlighting us. The UWC must keep this match scoreless, and they may steal this match late. Not in the way they're defending. I'd probably say keep it as a back 4 and then have the 2 midfielders in front be the ones that are going to press the ball and go for there. I think they're getting in each other's ways centrally in the defense because there's so many people who are all chasing one ball. I wouldn't necessarily go zonal because this team physically, they take you out. Hey, wena. Can we buy to now? Why don't they play like this from minute 1? Every time. Banyana did the same thing versus England. Why don't you play like this from minute 1? Thank you, Coach Tina. Can you please get them up? How? Looking at defend. You're a team that doesn't defend. Now you're going to try defending when everything's on the line. Yes, Lindo. Yes. Lindo Pep in the comments. Yes. Marakai is a man. 58 minutes in. Just add 15 to whatever, or 45 to whatever my timer says. And you'll have the time that we are on right now. It is the 59th minute. Now, number 19, let me get her name just to be respectful. Adet. Glory Ubong Adet. Adet Kiana weak link. For me, Kiana weak link. Okay, so we're seeing number 26, Donnelly. Steph, you spoke about Donnelly coming onto the pitch. And she's like, yeah, no, actually, Steph, you're right. Maybe Ndlovu didn't come off, ne? Didn't Ndlovu come off? Oh, I would have loved to see the two of them up there. Hey, Donnelly is big. He's tall, yeah. Okay, maybe route 1 will work this time. No, don't lie down. Play it. Play. Okay, let's see. Ronaldo is coming in. Says Umasi. Let's see what she can do. Look at that. It's a physical battle now, but you must be on the last 5. Donnelly, you must be on the last 5. Nazo, thank you. No, Hollywood pass for what? Why are we looking for Hollywood passes, Mama Bulo? You've got 2 runners right in front of you. You didn't have to go to the box. 3v3. 3v3. Oh, 3v3. There we go. Number 8 has scored. Kanaki Marta has scored. It's 1-0 to TP Mazembe. Keep it as a 4. Keep it as a 4. All you need to do, keep it as a 4 and have a 6 that roams. Because you know that these guys, they're trying to pull you wide. Keep it as a 4. 3v3 is not going to work with the back. It's not going to work back 3 in this game. Look, lost the ball. It's 3v3. And the moment you go down, Hashem, I feel for keeper, man. No, he tried so hard. Let me just up my score here. Now we're going to want to play. Now UWC is going to want to play, and we're going to see the best football out of nowhere. Solani says Hollywood passes because they play in the Hollywood League. Nah, but this long ball, I'm not one for that type of long ball that was played there. Because even if it gets to the intended target, where you've played it, there's 2 players. You could have played it where 2 of your own players are running into a space where you can take advantage of that space. Steph, Donnelly is finally on. I can see what you were saying about Donnelly. Very, very physical. Yeah, she's got a big physical presence there. Let's see if they can do something with it. Put it down, girl. Put it down. Look. No, don't go. Don't go. Look. Stop. Why is your right back, Kiki Uzondi? Why is she pushing up so high after being caught twice? You've got midfielders, trust them. Like Coach Des takes Umtao and makes her cover for the right back because of those type of situations. Because again, you cannot leave the three. They're attacking with three. I see what you meant when you say they're playing. That's what I'm saying, Masi. It's. And I don't think it's a tough thing to fix, right? I don't think it's a tough thing to fix. But like, hi man. Even the fact that the chance that they got and the goal that we scored, fine, offside. Look at how EUWC built that play. Look at how they came out and look at how they took advantage of left back Uetet. Look, who's that to? Why would you play that ball? You can't play a ball in behind inside the final third and have that be the ball though. Look. Tabas Pumule. Tabas Pumule. Steph, what do you think of the game? I wanted you halftime, Steph. What do you think of the game? You know what, guys? Feel free to jump in. If you want to jump in, it's open. So bottom of your screen, click on the multi-guest button. I'll let you in. Let's have a conversation. I'm just a little bit irritated now by the way that we're playing. Look, Umtao just cut the ball. Just cut the ball up. You don't know why or where that ball is going to. I get being scared, but there's also being reckless. I get being scared. Okay, ball played out. Let's see. Oh, I'm scared of this counter. I'm so scared of this counter. I'm so scared of this. Why? Mara, how many times have we have to, like, the long balls are not getting there. There's not enough power to get the long balls there. Why then are you shooting from, guys? They're making it so easy. They're making it so easy. Okay, here comes a long throw from TP Mazembe. Let's see. Look, like, hi man. Relax, relax, hold the ball. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Oh gosh. 4 players, watch. 4 players eliminated. 4 players. 4 players. How are you defending? Hey, number 10 wants it. Like she wants this goal. This is why I say, even if you're parking the bus, can you please have some, King? Can you have some coordination to the bus that you're parking. Number 10, Nanguji, he just took out 4 players. 1 man. 1 woman. Look, the ball doesn't even get like, ooh-wee. Steph, does UWC park the bus? Is that a thing that they do? Because I don't think they know how to park the bus. We're in such a rush. Oh, Tiff. Why, Tiffany, we're in such a rush. Why don't you just hold the ball a little bit? They don't. They're messy. You can tell. This is new to them. And that's why, like, I'm all for people being safe in these games. But they're safe doing something that you don't know. Can you really be safe doing something that you don't understand, that you don't do on a normal basis? Rather than play your game. Hey. 1-0 TP Mazembe versus UWC, 70th minute. Relax, 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 relax. What's the point of winning the ball back if you're just going to give it back to them? Look, boom. To who we don't know. EWC playing too deep and not enough players in attack on transition. Musa, I see the not enough players. My issue is the decision making. I don't know if they're really trying to get in behind this defense, and that is what Ukostina said they must look out for today. But it hasn't been working. UWC is going to lose 3 here. They're going to lose 3. Guys, for those who want to watch channel 199, or you can watch it on sabcsports.com. That is where the games are being shown. Who's coming off now? Mama Bolo. Mama Bolo off for Usmail. Mama Bulo reminds me of Wendy at Tux. Specifically when she plays for, I think she's played some games for Banyana. And Wendy, when you watch her play Kotax, yeah. But when she gets into this, or into the national team, she's not quite sure where to go or how to play. I don't even know if she's still at Tux, but she doesn't know where to go and how to play, and she kind of goes missing. She looks slow sometimes. That's how I felt about Mama Bolo, who was also trying to find that Hollywood pass that I'm not sure why that pass is being played so many times in this game. She's there. Okay, she's injured. Okay. Yeah, Wendy can star, Mara. Hey. When she got into these big games like the Banyana games. Don't play it long. Please don't play it long. Please don't play it long. Please don't play it long. Just keep it here. Hey, Motaung is playing it long. Musa says playing long balls, not having the confidence to circulate the ball. And Musa, I can tell you 100% that these girls can circulate the ball. They can circulate the ball. Yeah, Masi, I don't know, man. Limtau. Look. Nine bob. Nine bob. A debt. Number 19, I think it is, from TP Mazembe. A debt. You see them, Bobo, right there. How many times have we used that, Bob? You've got Donnelly on the pitch. And the type of balls that you're trying to play to Donnelly, instead of at least then making her fight for the first ball, you're playing these weird, like, into space. Guys, I don't know, man. Look. Kuyashuthwa nje. Kuyashuthwa. Anyway, shooting time. 73 minutes in, TP Mazembe is leading UWC 1-0. And do you know what grinds my gears about performances like this? What makes me really angry is that you came out and changed your game and you're still losing. You came out and tried to play a pragmatic game. Niyadliwa still. If you see what has happened, it seems like Mazembe is also shutting up shop. They're not attacking with the same three that they had, and they're not looking for those transition opportunities as they were in the first half. They're managing the game at this point. Which could be their downfall. Chiga. See, even Marta, the eight yeah, TP Mazembe, she's dropped all the way back. Well, not all the way, but she's much deeper than what they were. They're waiting to counter. No, true, but even look at this counter. It's no longer a 3v3. So they've sacrificed somebody and just shored up. I'm guessing they're going to shore up the midfield because the defense is in Tibang mode as well, that side. I think they don't want to lose the ball. Also seem like they're intimidated by the opponent's physique. I think I would be the worst coach. Because in my head, I would be telling them that you saw in the first half, when you guys built up like this and like this, can we create more opportunities that are built up like that? So instead of looking for that long ball, sometimes you sacrifice a forward pass in order to build and maybe suck in some players, right? So when Ojaha to play that ball and you're just trying to hit it up, you're also allowing them to stay compact. They're ready. I don't have to do much. But the moment you start playing the ball, that's when players start getting out of position. That's when somebody has to take responsibility. That's when the spaces open up. They took advantage of 19. And that meant that the centre back has to now come out and go and fetch the ball from what are the UWC players that's play. Oh, there's two. Hey. Oh, there's two. Yo, hey, there's two. Kanakemang, number 10, Nanguji. There's two. Same setup. Wide, crossing, goal. Look at the positioning. I want you to look at the positioning. Look at the positioning. Last minute, you lose the player you're marking. So if you look at what the defender was doing there, they had the physical touch up until the last minute when the ball was then played in. And they didn't speak to say, watch out. Sometimes you don't necessarily need to win the header. Sometimes you don't need to win the header. Sometimes you just need to pazamisa that person enough that they header under pressure. Oh wait, here comes another one. Well, let's see. Hold it. Thank you. strangely, by playing long balls, they lose the ball more. I get it's because you're giving the other side time. Like, long time ago, when I played defense, again, guys, I'm not a professional or anything. It's easier to watch a ball being played over, or ball being played into me, where I have to fight a striker to win the ball. That's easier than when they're running at me. And now it's 1-2 opportunities and things like that. When you play the ball out without necessarily knowing where you're going. So I could take UWC clearing the ball. I could take it. If they had said, okay, fine, guys, we're going to clear towards the right-hand side. Every time we clear this ball, try play the ball into a specific area. And we're going to have one of our attackers attack that specific space. Then I can take it a little bit. Then I can be like, okay, at least you know that the chances of you getting that ball back is going to be high. Or at the very least, the chances of your player getting to that ball and pressuring that ball is high. But if you're just kicking for kicking's sake, you're also kicking to defenders who are sitting. That defender just traps the ball, plays it back into the midfield, they're back into attack. Like I said about Donnelly, Donnelly's been on the pitch. You could tell that she's giving them some physical problems because she's a big player herself. But instead of playing balls to her, then at the very least to go fight for the first ball, you're still playing them all over Jay because you're just kicking. I think that's my frustration about this game. When you plan the whole thing, man. What did I say about Chiefs versus Sundowns? Plan the whole thing. If you're going to be defensive, okay, we defend like this. When we lose the ball, or when we win the ball back, if we're going to play route one and play it out first time, we're playing it into these areas of the pitch where we can then take advantage of them, or at the very least, put up a fight. And it's the number 10. Yeah, Masti, it's the button. It's that button I keep talking about when you play South African teams. When you play South African teams, there's a button. More prevalent, of course, in the women's game, like with UWC now and maybe with Kimang, with Banyana. But when you see that the going's getting tough, the going's getting tough, you go wide, you cross the ball in, just pop the ball up, right? And outside of height, again, what strategies have you come up with inside that box to make sure that you might not win the ball, but it's not going to be a free header? Yeah, be short. We're short. That's fine. But what are you doing to make sure that that person will hit the ball? Even if we're coaches and you're just pressing by the stomach or something, or everybody's jumped and you're pressing them by the chest, where they'll still win the ball, but they have to feel that someone's here. Or you also have dark arts, where you stop them from coming all the way into the box. She did well with the hand every now and then feeling, but sometimes you just need to stand. Non chaisane up until the header. So it's those type of things that I'm like, we've had these problems so much that you're now looking for solutions. Like you're now looking for, okay, you're short, now what? So in the case of Banyana, I'll use Banyana as an example. You're short. So make sure that whatever balls have to come in far away from Uswar. So that means getting in the way of some players, standing in the way of some other people as they're running in. You try to be tactical and smart about it, right? That type of thing. Or, this is how we position ourselves when a ball comes into the box. But you can't just let them, man, every time. We're a technical nation. I don't know why they aren't playing towards their strengths. And Kuli, this is a conversation we're having at halftime, right? This is a conversation we're having at halftime. The example I always use is Barcelona, right? Barcelona always had very small players. So Messi small, Xavi's small, Iniesta was small, Busquets was CDM, he was a bit taller. When they had Villa's not the tallest striker in the world. But you'll never see a ball get played in high to Lionel Messi, because it doesn't make sense. You'll never see them trying to forcibly cross a ball. And even when they do cross the ball, it's a specific type of cross. You lay it down, you put it low, you whip it in. Less of a cross to be finished by one of your players, but more to it's gonna go in, right? So do we work enough on those type of things as a nation, outside of just the women's team? As a nation, do we work enough on those things? Because Europe, I always say, Europe always kills us, not because they are so gifted, but it's because they've worked on the boring things. The boring stuff. Axis Spy 2 is not jiggling, it's not standing on top of a ball, it's not doing those things. It's a technical thing where you go, okay, guys, when we have the ball in this situation, you stand here. When we break out, stand here. When we do this, think about a Leicester City team. I'm going to go back, but think about a Leicester City team when they won the league. They understood that we don't necessarily have to be the best playing team. But when we counter, first ball must get to Mahrez. Second ball will go to Vardy. Goal. We'll position them. Mahrez used to line up on the right-hand side. We'll play the ball out quickly. When we win it back, your sole job as the midfielder, what Drinkwater, I think it was, and those guys, your first job is to get it to that guy. He will then get it to the other guy in transition. Two-man transition, you go score your goals. So I don't know. In other news, Chipes Deze scored 300k in 3 games. 300k. Hey, kumnandi about Chipes Deze. You must play some of that money, man. Free kick to TP Mazembe. It is the 84th minute. They are leading 2-0. Let's see. I'm disappointed, but I guess to give the ladies, to cut them some slack, you have to say, Guti, it's their first big tournament. But if Ukos Jerry and his team play like this tomorrow, I'll be that one will break my heart. If Banyana style tomorrow play like this, that will break my heart. Now number 10. Okay. 85 minutes in. Wait, see, the right back untshwanela le someone, man. It's not Madidilane. Half to Tulupa. Mara untshwanela le someone. Relax. Thank you. Oh, Mara. See what was different in that situation? Instead of trying to play the inside pass long, you've got two runners that you can just play to right there. Thank you. Like, this simple right there, guys. Oh. But why must we make this game so difficult at times? And you can tell that these ladies have the skills. A little bit of Liremi, but there's a player, man, I'm thinking of. With the same dreadlocks, and it's not Tutulupa, it's not Matidilan. There was a player that had that look. Hi, Coach Tina, man. Don't give it up now. Okay, let's see. Max Munyai. Man, there's a player, man. I swear there's a player. But anyway, it's fine. It seems like there's just an injury layoff here for a player that needed to be stretched off. Moroccan coach for ETP Mazembe. Moroccan coach. Morocco had long been one of the strong teams. There was Nigeria, Morocco, us. Those are the strong nations in terms of women's football. We're going to see a Moroccan team, AS FAR Rabat, the only other team to win this tournament. Obviously, Sundowns has two of them, and then they have the one, AS FAR Rabat. They played in the final versus Sundowns last year. So women's football. It's also the team that we beat in the semi-final. Was it semi-final? The final of the WAFCON, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't updated the scoreboard. Oh no, sorry guys. Hey, I got into my feelings there. I'm so sorry. 2-0 to UWC ladies. 2-0. Aye guys, not like this. '89th minute. Sundowns ladies will do the most tomorrow. Now that's my team. One of that one. One of that one. The way they play. Oh. Actually, Banyana Bastyle last season had a style very close to what the men were playing, with sort of that 3-4-3, Ramalepe up on the right hand side. Masi, have they changed the way that they play now that our coach Rulani are not there? Do they still play a similar thing to what they did last year? But they're also playing a new team. No, they're the big team. They're the big team. They're the big girls on the block. Mamelodi Sundowns. That one, no. Oh, they still play three at the back. Okay, so not much has changed. I was wondering if Ukosh Mangoba would have any influence that side, because it seemed like there was a synergy that all of the Sundowns teams played a certain way. Okay, they still play three at the back. No, that's fine. That's when you see Ramalipere best. Rama. I just remember that moment from last year. This moment from last year. And she played a through pass. Oh, she played a through pass that was insane. Smiley just got a yellow card. Unnecessary, really. More changes from Coach Jerry did say that Sundowns teams are encouraged to play like the men's team. Well, maybe they're finding themselves, Masi. Maybe they're finding themselves as the first team, and after that, everybody will fall in line. Because I know there was a whole thing. Because Coach Jerry used to sit on Coach Rulani's extended team, technical team. Okay. Four minutes added on. I assume this game is going to end very quickly. The ref did finish it quickly. But Mangoba is still new, so I don't know if they will copy his tactic. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Masi. I think they're first going to see it. I wonder how it's going to work out for that team. I wonder if they're going to have the type of players for that style of play. Kanatolagele is injured now. Tolagele is more, I think she's more of like a Shalulile than anything else. But Rabale could probably do the 10, the Ribeiro 10, for example. Ronaldo must start in the next game versus the Senegalese. I agree, 100%. 100%. But can they please use her properly? Can they please use her properly? Okay. I remember the goal she scored against Sundowns. We couldn't believe it. Man. Okay, there we go. That has been the first game of the Women's CAF Champions League for South African teams. Oh, Ronel, okay. Marta and Nanguji scoring in the 61st and 77th minute to make it a 2-0 loss for EUWC in their first game of the Women's Champions League. Tomorrow we will come back and we'll be watching Mamelodi Sundowns in the CBL, but also watching Mamelodi Sundowns ladies in the UCL too. So I think, let me see. Okay, these are my thoughts, then I'll close it. UWC played within themselves for this whole game. They played within themselves and they played with fear. Fear from two standpoints. Fear from a structural standpoint where they came in and you could tell that they wanted to defend. The job was to, at all costs, try to stop TP Mazembe from playing. But even though they tried that, they couldn't compete with the physicality of TP Mazembe, but also the way that they structured their defense meant that Mazembe had a lot of space to attack them wide and cross balls in. So structurally, that's number one. But then number two, confidence-wise, you could tell that the confidence wasn't necessarily there. And at times where they could have, played a better ball or built a better attack, they chose to just kick the ball up. Look down, the ball's here, just kick it up. Whoever gets there, gets there. If they don't, they don't. And what that did was to put these players in a tough spot, having to go out and duel with bigger players. So it's bigger players with a high ball, and they lost out most of that time, if not kicking it up to no one, and then having the ball just get played back up and another attack start. I didn't like that they went into a back three in defense, especially when your opposition is attacking you with three players. Rather go four so that you can force the people wide. Because in a three, when that person attacks you, if you lose the tackle or you don't tackle correctly, that means that now it's a 3v2. And that is where the goals came from, where the one goal came from with TP Mazembe. We still need to do work on high balls. We need to make sure that we come up with a strategy, something, to make sure those headers are hard headers to score. But we saw glimpses of the UWC that can play the ball. We saw them actually score, even though it was offside, but watch them score and play and go up and actually be, show that they're technically more gifted. In South Africa, in the South African women's game, I believe, in the ladies' game, we are much stronger technically than we are hoofing the ball up and Kabas Pumule playing long balls. So you want to see them put together. And like I said during the game, sometimes you sacrifice going long by playing a short ball that will open up another place. Instead of rushing to take that ball up. But I agree 100%, Masi. Four at the back. This three at the back is not going to work. The three at the back and then everybody rushing on top of that three and the space is opening up. There was a place where TP Mazembe player beat four players, where a pass can take out three players. Marta, I believe it was Marta who got a chance on running in from the right-hand side. One pass took out a ton of players because they're not disciplined in their defense. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. We're going to be doing Mamelodi Sundowns ladies as well tomorrow. So tomorrow will be Sundowns men and Sundowns ladies. I believe one starts at 3. I think the men's starts at 3. The women starts at 4. We're going to watch both matches here. We're going to alternate as we normally do. So that's going to be fine. So please join me. The normal show is on Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. But if Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns, Banyana Bastaili, UWC are playing, then we're going to be watching those games live there are games in the week that are going to be live. I still have to negotiate whether I'll be able to watch in the afternoon and also do the night game. I have to negotiate with the missus, but we'll see how that goes. Guys, it's been incredible. Thank you so much for joining. Let's support the football. Let's support the ladies. They're representing us emazweni, continental football. So let's support them. Mamelodi Sundowns already won this trophy twice out of the 3 times. So even they deserve us. They deserve the attention that we need to give to them as well, watching that as the champions of the Champions League, the Women's Champions League. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys then tomorrow for the 2 Sundowns games. Bye, everyone.